Morning, Tea Tribe. Good morning, Courtney, and welcome to the Morning Tea. I'm Alex Schiffman, and I am so excited for What Wesley Say Wednesday. And who am I joined by right now?
Good morning, everyone. I am Courtney of Revolution. Good morning to the Tea Tribe. How are you doing today, Alex?
I am doing well. You know, we love Wednesday. We love Hump Day. It kind of signifies that we're halfway through the work week and we're closer to just hanging on the couch and binging all the content we need to catch up on because there is a lot of new content. We're going to talk about some today. How are you doing, Courtney?
I'm doing all right, Alex. Listen, it's halfway through the week, and I am trying to. I want to toss a couple red shells at the length of the week. I wish it were Friday already, but you know what? Wednesday is a good middle point. We've got our good sis Wesley in the chat for What Wesley Say Wednesday. So we're going to be looking in that chat and seeing everything that Wesley got to say because he's got a little sass.
Yes. And speaking of the chat, Tea Tribe, if you're new here or if you're here every single day, let us know where you're watching from. We love to hear about new Tea Tribe members, and we love to hear when we're international and all the many states we cover because we know we have Tea Tribe members everywhere. It's crazy. So let us know in the chat where you're watching from. And of course, give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so we can bring you the tea every morning because that's what we're here to do. And I know that some of you are here for our OMT story of the day, which is also our headline, some Cell Goddess news. So make sure you put those crowns in the chat if you're excited for that later in the show because we have some great news. Right, Courtney?
Yes, we've got some great news. I know that y'all are ready for Cell Pink just as much as I am. I'm trying to hold it all in until we get to that part of the show. So just hold your horses, keep them in the stable, and let's blow through the tea when the time is right, girl.
Yeah, so we got some Tea Tribe members from Virginia this morning, from Australia, watching from London, from Kentucky, Flint, Michigan, wow, Florida. There are some Palm Springs. Hey, I'm coming back to you this weekend to visit my mom. I know it's pretty hot there in Palm Springs. I absolutely love it there though. So it really zens you out. What we need in this time of quarantine. We got some our girl Mika from Nebraska. I think we need a little 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tea ya. And we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Happy Wednesday to Mika. It is always nice to meet ya. And it's always good to see you.
Yeah,
Happy Wednesday.
Hit that note, Courtney. Oh my gosh, we have Tea Tribe members from Jamaica, Chicago, Boca Raton, France. Oh, one of my bucket lists. I got to go to Paris. Mount Clemens, Michigan. I mean, there are so many people from all over. This is crazy. Indiana, Denver. Love to see it. Well, while the Tea Tribe members are still telling us where they're from in the chat, let's talk about this new news because, Courtney, you got to hear this. So, you know Blockbuster, okay? We're bringing some nostalgia back. Well, get this. So the last Blockbuster has been converted into an Airbnb. It's located in Bend, Oregon, and it will offer guests a chance to enjoy a 90s themed sleepover between its shelves of videotapes. There'll be a pull-out couch, beanbag chairs, pillows, and new releases from the 90s. Of course, because this is the coronavirus pandemic era, there will also be face coverings, disinfectant wipes, and hand sanitizers. I wonder if the hand sanitizers will be from Bath & Body Works because we know that's very 90s. And the Airbnb is available for 3 nights only, September 18th through 20th, and the cost is $4. Now, the only catch, Courtney, is that it's only for local residents. So, Tea Tribe members, if you live in Oregon, let us know because you got to check this out because I am super jealous. Doesn't this sound cool, Courtney?
It sounds cool, but it's only for the residents?
Yeah, it's for local residents.
That's good for the residents. Let me say that. I feel bad for the rest of us that are like all about the nostalgia of Blockbuster, and we won't get to participate. But Alex, the Blockbuster Twitter account, tweeted. So you know what? That was good enough for me. I got to interact with my favorite movie rental service, and you know what? That's good enough for me.
You know, I love that it's $4 because, like, I think that's when you would get like, how fun was it? I have some of my best memories growing up and having friends over and having a sleepover, and my mom or dad taking us to Blockbuster and renting out like the coolest movie of the weekend, and it's so much fun, and I wish I could do that, but I guess I got to move to Bend, Oregon to get it done, Courtney. Maybe we'll move.
Girl, you got to be a local of Oregon and pay your little $4. And do they have movies that come in the Airbnb, Alex? Or you got to bring your own movie?
No, you can rent them. They're on the shelves. Like, they're really bringing back the whole experience. And they're going to be like new.
As long as you got to bring your own movie.
Yeah. So they're new releases of the 90s. So like all of our favorite 90s movies. I don't know if you remember Now and Then. Did you ever see Now and Then, Courtney? Courtney, did you ever see Now and Then, the movie? Oh no, I think Courtney may be stuck. But Tea Tribe, if you've seen Now and Then, it was one of my favorite 90s movies. I absolutely loved it. Like Christina Ricci was in it. All these like people that are now joining some of your favorite shows were in it, and it's one of my favorite. Rosie O'Donnell was in it, Melanie Griffith, some of these like older kind of celebrities, but it's great.
I know that you said my connection broke up, but what movie are you talking about? Christina Ricci, I'm over here like, is that Casper? What movie are you talking
Have you seen Now and Then, Courtney?
And no. That's why I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Rosie O'Donnell? Now I love me some Rosie, but I love Rosie and Harriet the Spy.
Yes, and then of course, Clueless. Courtney, your fave. We got to talk about one of our favorite 90s movies. I mean, who doesn't want to see that?
That's my favorite. I will watch that anytime, any day, any place, anywhere. So Blockbuster, if you've got it, you've chosen a top tier pick, a prime cut, if you will.
Right. So I see Tasha in the chat. So Now and Then, if you haven't seen it, it's about like this group of girls who are played by Rosie O'Donnell, Melanie Griffith, a bunch of like older celebrities kind of reminisce about their favorite summer memories and all the things that happen. And they like visited a graveyard, and like there's like ghost stories, and they all get together and they reminisce, and the movie goes back in time. And Christina Ricci plays one of the younger girls. It's great. You guys got to check it out. T-Tribe, let us know in the chat, what are some of your favorite 90s movies? Yes, Gabby says there's the Disney Renaissance era in the 90s. Grace says, I love that one, the baseball one. Are you talking about League of Their Own? Top Gun. Jennifer says, I love Now and Then. There we go. Samantha says Clueless is on Netflix. Very, very true. Anyway, let us know, T-Tribe, some of your favorite 90s movies. But coming up on today's show, Selena Gomez announces an official collaboration, which we've been anticipating, and it made us say OMT, of course, so make sure to stick around for that. We also have our KarJenner Tea Time, along with our Couples Thera-tea. Up first, the trending news that happened while you weren't looking. We're going to talk about Kevin Hart's impressive boxing skills. Kelly Ripa is clapping back to social media trolls. I mean, when will these social media trolls stop? We're done here. Listen, we don't want them anymore. Get out of here. Let's discuss who's getting big paychecks from Netflix and another Selena story. We got a lot of Selena on the docket today, so get excited for those of you that are here for that news. She's having a virtual movie premiere, and you can attend. If you haven't heard this news yet, this is super exciting. So pour up that tea, Courtney, because it's that time to get into all of our mystic stories. Yes.
I want to say I was laughing this morning because I stumbled across a comment that was, it was like saying like, do y'all hate Selena Gomez? Where is the Selena Gomez news? And I feel like Geez, if you watch Hollyscoop for a minute, you know that this is Selena Gomez Central. Anytime we can find a moment to speak about Selena Gomez, we will take it. So I'm glad we're having all of this good Selena Gomez news today.
Exactly. And while you're pouring up that tea, some more 90s in the chat. Yes, cheers. Cheers to you.
That's good mug.
Thank you. I love a little, letter, anything. And of course, it's an A. But so we're going to kick off our segment with the talk of another reboot. So get this. This is exciting. Will Smith has signed an executive producer role for a reboot of his 90s sitcom, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He signed on as executive producer. I'm sorry. This came out because Morgan Cooper created a 2019 trailer for the concept that went viral and caught Will's eye. Take a look at that right now.
You're going to Bel-Air to live with your uncle and your auntie.
Bel-Air, out of all places.
This is a second chance, Will. Don't waste it.
Wow. So if this show is like this trailer, it will have a very different feel than the sitcom. I mean, this looks like a drama, which is anyone that's a fan of the show knows that Will Smith is just comedy in himself, and the whole show is all about the comedy aspect of it. So it's being shopped to many streaming outlets. What do you think about this reboot? Do you like reboots, Courtney?
It really kind of depends, Alex, to be honest. I feel like if it's done right, go for it. A lot of reboots are not done right, which is my issue normally. But this specifically, I remember when the trailer first went viral, I was all about it, and I'm still all about it. I feel like a reboot is a little bit different than, I guess, like a retelling. It's like a reimagination of the Fresh Prince. So I like that we're seeing it through this sort of dramatic lens, because I feel like there's sort of like an avenue to cover more stories. And I want to see how some of the characters are going to turn out, because we know that Hillary is sort of like, I mean, the whole show is a sitcom, but like Hillary, in my opinion, was a big part of the comedic relief. So how will those characters be? Like Jeffrey, Hillary, are we still going to see Jazzy Jeff being thrown out the house? Like, these are the things that I'm like excitedly curious about. So this one I'm here for.
Me too. I feel like if you're gonna do a reboot, it has to shock the fans. It has to be so different for it to work. Because when you just throw a new actor in here and there, or you just kind of switch it up a bit, fans get protective of their favorite shows. And if you don't do it right, it can be a flop. I mean, a perfect example is Beverly Hills 90210. If you guys are fans of that show, the reboot completely flopped. It didn't do well at all. But this is really going the opposite of what we're used to. Yeah.
I just want to say that I know there are some feelings about 90210 in general, but I have seen every single episode of 90210 to give a damn about the original. Shout out to Grimes and the cast of that, because y'all did that. 90210, the reboot, had me on the edge of my seats. Because you got to think, for me, Alex, like Shanae Grimes was on Degrassi, and Degrassi.
So you were a fan already.
Went to Africa. Yeah, she flew to Africa, and then all of a sudden she wound up on 90210. So I went and watched that and got my whole entire life. I would recommend that, 90210, truthfully, because that's my show. Yeah. They did that. Every actor and actress did that.
Yeah, so I guess if you haven't seen, that's a great point. If you haven't seen the show yet, sometimes the reboot works. So if you're a new fan, it's just a new show to you. So maybe this generation will like this new Bel-Air. But Music Lover agrees with you. The 90210 reboot was so good. Yeah, a lot of people, T-Tribe, let us know in the chat some of your favorite reboots. Because like I said, people get protective, so they expect a lot. So I'm interested to see how this turns out, but it is a complete change. So I'm going to watch it. I'm interested to see.
This is what I expect, Alex, from Clueless, because they're rebooting Clueless and they're making it a murder mystery. So like this kind of feel is like what I'm looking for in the Clueless reboot.
Right.
I'm excited. Right. I'm about it.
Yeah, I mean, some of my favorites too, like Disney has now done, the live action reboots. They've taken all their animated animated movies, and we saw Lion King, we saw Aladdin, and I love what they've done with that. So if the reboot works, it works.
Yes, ma'am.
But let's get some good news for this morning. It's been almost a year after Kevin Hart was in a very scary car crash where he sustained major back injuries. Yesterday, he posted on Instagram a glimpse into his impressive boxing skills. Take a look at this right now. Well, he's stumbling a little bit but if you check out the actual post on his Instagram, he's just killing it in the boxing ring and showing off his skills. He captioned this post, coming back slowly but surely, getting my speed back for sure, with the arm emoji, hashtag hustle heart. He's been posting videos on social media of his recovery with the hashtag hustle heart. If you want to see his journey, you can check out more. He said that he was determined to recover quickly and saw it as a way to challenge himself. And he looks like he's getting back in tip-top shape. You know, someone like me that has had 3 surgeries on one arm, has gone through a recovery process, going to physical therapy. It takes a lot on your mental state, on your physical state, and it takes you away from things you love. You know, I couldn't play golf for a while. I couldn't dance for a while, things that I'm used to. When I first broke my arm, I couldn't cheer for half a season. It was during high school. So I get not being able to do things you love, and it really, really can get you down. So I'm happy to see he's doing well, and it shows that he has a lot of determination and will to get back in shape. So I love this news. How do you feel about this, Courtney?
Shout out, first of all, let me say this. Shout out to Kevin Hart. I was a really big fan, Alex, to be truthful, to give you all the full scope. I was a very big fan of Kevin Hart until his comments about the LGBTQ plus community came out. And although he did apologize, Alex, I feel like when it comes to things like that, if the community is like, hey, some members don't remember these aspects of an apology, you should never stop apologizing. People get offended, and it kind of hurt my feelings as a fan, because I was a really big fan. So I'm glad that he's okay, but truthfully, T-Tribe, I feel just a little bit indifferent. But never want any harm to come to anybody. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to him and his wife and his children.
I agree. And maybe that honestly was in the back of his mind, what you're talking about. Maybe that helped his recovery too. Maybe he realized his wrongdoings. And they say getting back in the gym and getting your endorphins running is really healthy for you. So this can only be a positive thing for him. And we're happy to hear that he's doing well. Because, you know, it could have gone very differently for him. But
yes, ma'am.
Now on to the trolls of social media. Not only is our show airing from our homes, of course, but so is Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest's show. On Kelly's Instagram, folks have been trolling her. One saying, quote, lack of personal grooming in regards to her appearance on her talk show from home. Another person wrote, quote, the only issue I have with this show, and I watch daily since I'm at home nowadays, is the lack of personal grooming. I mean, it's a nationally televised show, and I have to get dressed for every Zoom work call, so why can't you guys? Kelly replied quickly saying, we are dressed. FCC rules, not mine. Obviously joking that they could have no clothes on. Then added, I'll bring it up at the meeting. Listen, I got to hear your thoughts on this, Courtney, but before you say anything, I think they have to be cut some slack, because personally, we get up at 5:30 in the morning, at least me, and every day I wake up wishing I was a guy. I didn't have to put my glam on. But one thing I will say is, just because someone is a host or a journalist and they have that talent doesn't mean they have the talent of glam and can do their hair and makeup just as well. And I applaud them for being safe and not having, you know, people over during this pandemic to kind of get them ready. And I think they deserve some slack. This is just crazy. What do you think about this, Courtney?
I want to know why people are projecting. That's really what it is. Y'all are mad that y'all bosses are making sure y'all single day. Meanwhile, people on camera are just sort of doing their own thing. Did y'all miss half of what I just said?
Right? No.
Did you
We
hear
heard
everything
you.
I just said, Alex?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
You sound great.
I just want to say this, y'all. I roll out of bed and I do this show. And if y'all ever sat up there and told me, Courtney, you need to go and I would tell y'all to watch something else because I feel like we're in the middle of a pandemic, Alex, and I feel like we work very hard. Whether it's getting the script together, getting our ideas together, Leo and Gabby and everyone else behind the scenes, getting the assets together. If we don't look 100%, especially during a pandemic, I feel like y'all lucky to get a show. So y'all need to leave Kelly Ripa alone because she's a professional and she's still doing the best that she can, just like we all are, just like y'all are at work. So if some of y'all got to log in at work to work at the bank at 8 a.m. and y'all rolling out of bed 7:57, don't be mad at Kelly Ripa, who's taking care of everything else that she has to do in her life as well and still making it to do what she has to do. Shut your lips and close your throat.
Yeah, I agree. I think there are much larger issues in the world right now than Kelly and Ryan's glam, or anyone's glam for that matter. I mean, I actually think about this every morning while I'm getting ready because growing up dancing and cheering, I'm used to putting glam on and I've gotten better at it through practice. But like, I think about other hosts that have to get ready and work from home and do interviews from home. And if that's not something that you're good at, that's okay. That's not maybe not your talent, and that's okay. So look however you want. People, like we said, there's a pandemic going on. Cut them some slack. At least they're coming to their work every morning and providing entertainment for you. And let's leave it at that, right?
Bam, period. You hit the nail on the head,
Exactly.
girl.
Exactly. Well, let's move on to some other fun news. Courtney, are you wondering who made Forbes' list of the highest paid actors? Because I'm sure that's what you thought about when you woke up this morning. But
Alex, that was on my mind, top of the lobe, at the very top of my lobes. I said, who's making the big bucks at Netflix? Alex Schiffman, tell us who is making the big bucks.
Well, a lot of people are talking about this because topping the list is Dwayne Johnson, otherwise known as The Rock, and he earned, get this, $87.5 million. Of that, $23.5 million came from Netflix for his upcoming film Red Notice. So it looks like Netflix is the deal to score because not only did The Rock get the big bucks, but Ryan Reynolds is number 2 on the list at $71.5 million. He received more than $20 million for each of the films, 6 Underground and Red Notice as well. Listen, are you surprised that Netflix pays those hefty paychecks to them, or do you think this is expected?
Alex, I am not surprised at all one bit. And I'm not surprised that it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as well. He has something that's really good going for him. It's the fact that he's like a family man, but he's still so rough and rugged that he can go and do these action movies. So I feel like shout out to him, girl, because since I was like 9-10 years old, I'm still trying to figure out what he's cooking. I've been sniffing out for it, girl, and I couldn't figure it out. And now I finally have figured out that all that The Rock has been cooking all this time, Alex, has been coins and dollar bills and doubloons. So, Wesley saying the richest rock in the universe. I agree, girl.
Listen, that's not the only thing he's been cooking. I will say that he does have a great reputation in the industry of being hardworking and kind. So that's something we love to hear. And if that's who he is, then he deserves that money. You know what I mean? And if he wants to give you or I any of that $87.5 million, we wouldn't say no, right? You know what I mean? Like I
would gladly take 500,000. 500,000, girl. Sweet girl. 500,000, girl. For the rest of my life, girl. I'm fine, girl. 500,000.
Listen, Rock, if you hear us and you want to give us any of that money, we will take it. But until then, let's get into this Selena news. Put those crowns in the chat, Tea Tribe, because you're going to want to mark your calendars for this next story. If you haven't heard, Selena Gomez is inviting everyone to a virtual premiere for her upcoming movie, This Is the Year. As you probably guessed, this virtual premiere is happening because of the global pandemic. In case you didn't know, the new movie is about a guy who who goes to a music festival to find the girl of his dreams. Selena shared the news on her Instagram saying, quote, "I'm so excited to finally get to share the event trailer for @This Is the Year film on my official YouTube channel and let you know that Dave and I are having a live virtual premiere on August 28th. Remember that date, Tea Tribe. Hosted by Charlie D'Amelio and Dixie D'Amelio, of course, TikTok stars and sisters. Can't wait to watch the film with you all." So, Courtney, that's what Selena and David Henry were kind of teasing. It's not a Wizards of Waverly reunion. Tribe, are you that? Of course, reunion, or are you happy to see a movie? Because it's just as good. Anything with Selena and David. Yeah, right?
I want to know how y'all feel about the fact that Selena said gotcha, because I feel got. Alex, I ain't never seen an episode of Wizards of Waverly Place, and I still feel got, because I just knew that the wands were about to get twirling, girl. They didn't twirl not a wand, they didn't utter not a spell or nothing.
Gabby's saying, "I'm too broke to watch this." Wait, Gabby, it's virtual though. Like, I don't know if they're charging, but I think it's free. I may be wrong. I think this is really cool. I mean, I think we're going to see a lot of these virtual premieres start happening, but it's a lot less of a hassle. Let me just tell you, standing 3 hours on a red carpet in heels, in glam, interviewing some of the stars of the movie, this makes my job a lot easier. And so I am down for these. The excitement of a premiere, they are pretty exciting, and I'm never jaded by the excitement of a red carpet premiere. So I'm definitely going to miss that aspect of it, but it's much easier to tune in straight from your couch. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Yeah, I want to see this movie. I'm kind of excited that they're working back together, but because I'm not a Wizards of Waverly Place fan, I kind of want to see what the fans are so excited about if it would have been a reunion. So I want to see their chemistry. I'm going to watch.
Okay, Gabby just clarified, if you want to watch Selena and David host it for a Q&A, it costs money. So I guess they're hosting a Q&A that costs money. Got it. Okay.
No, they didn't.
Gabby, to send you some of the money to watch the virtual premiere.
Yeah. Yo, if you are paying for the Q&A, does that like secure your question to be answered by Cell?
Good point. That's a good point. I think this should all be. I understand that, you know, just like a premiere, you have to pay for that as well if you want a ticket to watch a lot of the times. But I love the concept of this movie because it's about a guy who goes to a music festival to find the girl of his dreams. And let me just tell you, going to Coachella and Stagecoach over the years, I had a festival boyfriend every single year when I was single. And it's like the best memory. You have one, you kind of keep in contact for like a few weeks after, and then it just disappears. And it's just your festival boyfriend, and we talk about it with my girls, and we reminisce every year.
Alex, I have a question, like a really curious question, because I've never been to the Coachella because they won't get my coin. When you are on the search, when you were single for a Coachella boy, like how does that work? Do you look across the dusty desert and you're like, ooh, his face is cute, and then do y'all over to the same song, and then you're like, ooh, love your flower crown, chica.
So there's food booths, there's a place called Garden, there's different stages, and you just kind of run into people. So like just like naturally, you'd see someone at a bar, or restaurant, or out with friends, or you are there with a group of people and they have mutual friends. Sometimes it can be someone in the inner circle that you just start thinking looks better that day. You know what I mean?
Okay. I need a better explanation, girl. I didn't know how it worked, girl.
Yeah, or you go to, you know, certain stages have certain artists. So if you have a favorite artist in common with someone, you'll see them at that stage. So, you know, and it's just fun. You walk around with them, especially for a female, having a guy, you know, the desert gets scary at night, you know, when you're walking home from the festival. So if you have a guy that can take care of you, you know, keep you safe, I love it.
And hydrated.
And hydrated, exactly. But Who is excited, of course, for this virtual premiere? What's that, Courtney?
They're saying that Selena's money that y'all to hear the Q&A is going to a COVID charity or some sort of COVID relief. Karen, some of the proceeds will go to COVID relief. Okay, so y'all open up your purses for Selena. We're passing around the collection plate for COVID relief. It's fine. We're gonna pay for the Q&A. No worries. Selena, I knew you had to have something in the back pocket, girl. I knew something in the buttermilk wasn't clean. Okay, so it's fine. Go off, y'all. Dig deep, Selena.
For charity, we're here for. You know what I mean? Especially for COVID and eventually finding a cure. This is something we love to see. So I would pay for it. I don't know how much. Here we go. It costs $11.99, and the TikTok sisters are co-hosting it. Yes, but the president is going to co-host. Yeah. I just saw Tasha say, as long as the guy is not Dan from You. Good point. She's talking about my festival boyfriend. You don't want a serial killer as a festival boyfriend, so be careful.
Alex, that's a plot. Imagine you meet somebody like Joe at the Cella, girl, and that's your Coachella boy. Now, that was a good idea. Now, y'all need to get to writing on that one. That was good. I'm watching that one. When is you coming back, Alex? You think it's going to be back by Christmas?
I hope soon. I'm so obsessed with You. It's the best. But I agree. You got to be careful. That's why the mutual friend festival boyfriend works well, because then you know where to find him if something happens. But until then, speaking of relationships and festival boyfriends, we got to get into our celebrity relationships of the day. Justin and Hailey Bieber are talking about babies. So get this. So they were out at Haley Fest LA promoting Justin's latest project, Justin Bieber Seasons, if you haven't seen it. During one of the activities, Hailey said, "We didn't make any babies, so that's that." She was referring, of course, to their quarantine activities. She also said, "Honestly, I really do think we've enjoyed this time. We're still pretty newly married. I mean, we'll celebrate 2 years in September." So they've only been married 2 years. Justin chimed in and said, "It's surprisingly pretty good for us. Obviously, we have compassion for those who are really struggling, and that hurts us. But for us, we've really been able to create a deeper bond with each other, spending a lot of time with each other and not traveling, but road tripping." So everyone is going crazy about this comment. Do you wish that the couple was having babies already? We're having babies?
Alex, the Biebers don't need to be having babies. They need to foster from the outside looking in my opinion. I think they should foster a stronger relationship foundation before they even think about having babies, but I doubt that they will listen to that. So, to be truthful, Alex, I feel like if COVID weren't happening, Hailey would have been pregnant already. Because that's definitely where my mind falls.
Yeah, I feel like Hailey said, they've only been together 2 years. I think, it's important for people involved in a marriage to build a foundation, build kind of this safe space before they bring children into it. So I think they're too young, but of course, if they wanted to have babies, I'm not here to say yes or no, but I think they should wait a bit. Wesley's saying Justin Bieber's Seasons, opening a hotel. What is that? Justin Bieber Seasons was his docu-series. If you haven't checked it out, docu-series.
Alex, trust me when I say Wesley know that. He was just being funny. He knows what Seasons is.
To say that. All right, we can hear what you got to say. You know what Justin Bieber Seasons is. Okay? Are you surprised that they've had a good quarantine, Courtney?
I don't know if I want to say surprised. I feel very much good for them and bless their hearts.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I can't believe they didn't break up during the quarantine. I feel like very good as long as they stay safe and were they wearing masks with Kanye. That's my question.
Right. I agree. I think that they've been going on road trips, as we've seen, and traveling is always healthy and positive. Bringing your relationship to a different environment can always create a better bond and make you grow. So I think that it's not surprising that quarantine is going well for them. And I'm happy for them because as we've learned, it's making or breaking relationships. And obviously they're surviving it. So if you can survive quarantine in a relationship, you can survive anything. And like I see in the chat right now, Annabelle says, shouldn't the foundation be there before they got married? And that's very true. Hopefully they already have established that foundation. And we wish them well. Lee said, my relatives wildly ask me for babies when I'm 22 and have a 28-year-old brother. Don't you hate that when your family gets involved asking, they love you, that they want to see more babies. That's all that is. You know?
That's all it is.
But an couple who looks up during quarantine is Mark Wahlberg and his wife, Leah Durham. They've been married for 11 years. We all got to see the very ripped physique of Mark on Instagram. He was with his wife spending a day on the boat, and he simply captioned the photo, "My heart." There he is. Can't really see his whole bod, but he's looking good. They share 4 kids together. Recently, Mark told Keys Weekly, I think it's Us Weekly. Sorry, that says in the script. At the end of the day, I really want to be remembered as a great father and a great husband. My family is what is most important, and they keep me grounded. So how sweet is that? Of course, it's like we said, it's great to see celebrities and couples surviving quarantine. But they've been together 11 years. If they can survive 11 years, they can survive quarantine, don't you think?
I just want to say not much about Mark, truthfully. But his wife is very beautiful. T-Tribe, do you agree, and maybe I'm squinting too hard, do you agree that this young woman, Rhea, is she giving y'all Adele? Doesn't she look like Adele a little bit? Remember when Adele's like in the print suit and she was excited over Beyonce? She kind of looks like Adele in the face to me.
Be a distant cousin to Adele. I see it. I mean, she's beautiful. They're a couple. I love that. You know, I love to see celebrities in Hollywood that are in healthy, long-term relationships and surviving the whole celebrity life. You know what I mean? I love to see them have some normal. Yeah.
Karina said, I prefer some thick and juicy Nick Jonas dad bod. And Karina, you and me, girl, we are right here. Like, girl, what are we supposed to do with this? Girl, kick him in the head, girl.
Isn't it interesting to see like how different people are attracted to different things? Like Karina, I hear you. You know, I think Nick Jonas looks great as well, and I think Mark Wahlberg looks great as well. But everyone has different types. That's why there's someone out there for everyone. So T-Tribe, if you're watching, feeling low or small or any of that, don't worry. Your soulmate is out there. And they may have a juicy Nick Jonas bod or a ripped Mark bod. And it's your choice.
Oh, Lord.
Until then, we are talking about someone that is no longer writing solo. Love that pun. It was revealed to Page 6 that Jason Derulo met his girlfriend, Jenna Frooms. I don't know what I'm on today, but he met her at the right before quarantine, and he said, we both have a similar desire to work out all the time. And I had seen her once there before, and then the second time I was like, all right, I'm gonna go talk to her, and the rest is history. So when they aren't working out, this is what they like to do. So check this out. I don't know if you can hear the audio, but basically Jenna is...
Let me take you dancing. 2-step to the bedroom. We don't need no dance floor. Let me see your best move. Anything can happen. What is this? Come on, baby.
So it's a cute moment between them. Of course, like, I mean, I would make Jason Derulo sing anytime I wanted him to sing too, if that was my man, you know. But it's a cute moment. They've been all over TikTok. They've been doing, and I told you Jason Derulo loves it, but Jenna does as well. Do you think it's important for them or for couples in general to have similar interests like this? Of course, they both love working out. Or do you think more opposites attract?
I feel like if y'all don't like nothing that's the same, what y'all gonna do? especially in quarantine. That's a little strange. Granted, me and my boyfriend, we don't love everything that's the same, but like I definitely think that there should be some similar interests, or you would be dating a stranger.
Yeah, totally agree.
Shirulo for sort of like rebranding as an iconic TikTok star. Alex, I have a very quick question I want to ask you, and I want to ask the Tea Tribe as well. And it's okay if you guys have not seen this. So since we're in Couples Thera-tea, you know that Jason Derulo used to be with Jordan Sparks for a very long time, right? Y'all remember that? Yeah. Jordan Sparks is like viral because she, I guess, released a new song called Red Sangria, if you guys have seen the music video. And she's going viral, Alex, because I feel like the music video is giving like an Old Navy kind of commercial. She's got like a jumpsuit on. She's like hopping back and forth. She's got cute sneakers on, and the song is like cute, but she's going viral for that. So if Jason Derulo and Jordan Sparks would ever collab again, since they're in music, I wonder what that would sound like. Sort of like we broke up, but we're still doing good or doing better kind of song. Would y'all be that?
Was that No Air? Hollywood's in the brew with no air. Was that their?
Alex Shipman, you better sing, girl. That was it. You done gave Jordan a run for her money.
Right? That is the collab. Was that after the relationship, or did they do that together? I can't remember.
That was Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown, lady. That was before the breakup.
Clearly, I don't know what I'm talking about and need a new collab. It's really supposed to happen. But I did like that song.
That is a hit.
Yeah. Relationship. But to answer your question, I would love to see a collab. One Step at a Time, Wesley Part 2, the TikTok remix. Love that. One Step at a Time was so good. Everyone in the chat is making fun of me because that was Jordan and Chris Brown, which we clarified, everyone. I get it. I just love that song.
That regardless of who was singing that male part, that song was a hit. And Alex, you hit them Jordan Sparks notes. Period. You done gave Miss Jordan a run for her money. She running with the Red Sangria right now.
Thank you, everyone. But back to them. No shade to Jordan. Absolutely love Jordan Sparks, and would love to see a new age collab between them. A little, healthy X collab. But these two are a beautiful couple, and I love to watch them on TikTok. So I'm happy for them. And I think that it's great that they have established a relationship during quarantine. We've got a lot of quarantine relationships on the docket today. But I'm glad we're caught up with all of our Couples Thera-tea. Now let's dish on some Kanye tweets, Courtney, new post, and all the Kardashian family's mindset. Courtney, what time is it?
Alrighty, you guys, if you are all ready for all of the tea from behind the KarJenner gate, turn your volumes down for KarJenner Tea Time! Hello to everyone in my studio, which is no one, just myself.
I love it. I am dying at the chat right now who is like telling me to collab. Wesley saying Bionica, Xtina featuring Alex. Everyone, I love you all, Tea Tribe. Thank you for allowing me to hit those bars and those Jordan Sparks notes live on air. But until then, let's get into this KarJenner Tea Time because it looks like the family trip with Kim and the kids has been good for Kanye because he had some bridge building nice messages when he tweeted this. He tweeted, quote, "My mother-in-law, Kris Jenner, makes the best music playlist." So, of course, you remember Kanye's crazy Twitter rant over the last few weeks, and he took shots at Kris, writing, Kris Jong-un and accusing her of peddling Kim's sex tape. Of course, we know the Kardashian West family is supposedly glamping right now. Yes. So how do you feel about this, Courtney? Because we know that Kanye publicly kind of embarrassed Kris, or however he felt, his reasoning behind tweeting those things. But he obviously seems to be in a better place and a better mindset because he's complimenting Chris now. So do you think that this is right for him to do without really publicly apologizing to her? Maybe he did it privately, we don't know, but obviously he feels differently about her, right?
My sort of boundary when it comes to relationships and apologies and that. I feel like the apology has to be as loud as the disrespect. So that to me says, like, if Kanye went on there and said, Chris, you're Chris Jong-un, then you need to go up there and not say that she has great music taste or whatever he said. He needs to go up there and say, you know, Kris Jenner has taken care of me and my family and she's done XYZ, if those things are true. Now, if Chris ain't never done nothing for Kanye West, which I don't really believe is true, then I don't feel like he has to say that. But I feel like if he's trying to get back on her good side, then the apology has to be as loud as the disrespect. Wesley over here saying she probably wrote this. You think she wrote it, Alex?
Yeah, fans are joking that she put him up to this. Like, she kind of made him tweet this. I don't think that necessarily happened, but I agree with you. I think that it's a little random for him to be, you know, tweeting such aggressive allegations against his mother-in-law and then the next day saying she makes great playlists. Like, it's a little insensitive to what he already did, right? So I think the right thing is
it's funny to me, Alex. It's funny. When you say it just how you said it, like when you break it down into the basics of what you just said, it's funny to me because he literally said that she was Chris Jong-un, and then he said, "Well, she makes great playlists." I don't know why when you said it, it like clicked in my head that it was actually kind of funny.
Right? It's not right. I feel like at least whatever he feels about her, she at least deserves some sort of like there needs to be some acknowledgement of how he reacted or the allegations he said, he tweeted, and then to now say, but forget that. Have you heard her you know, mixtape or whatever he said, you know? But yeah, I agree. T-Tribe, let us know how you feel about it. He did try. And the positive of this is that he's in a better, he's seemingly in a better place and feeling happier. At least he's listening to music, which are, you know, it's his passion. So that's all we can say at that. But if I was Chris, I would probably want some sort of acknowledgement before I tweeted that, which is why I don't think put him up to it, which some fans are joking about. But let's move on to another Kardashian who is traveling right now. Courtney Kardashian posted this picture of herself in Sedona, Arizona. I've never been, but I've heard it's beautiful. She captioned it, "What day is it?" Now, she wore an asymmetrical crop top and a patterned wrap. Do you think that this is going to be a new trend? Because a lot of people are talking about this asymmetrical crop top. I don't know. You can't really see the crop top in this photo. I think her wrap is something more to talk about if we're going to talk about anything she's rocking right now. What do you think about this, Courtney?
I don't, Alex, to be truthful. I don't think that this is some sort of fashion statement. I don't think that it's fashionable. I don't think that Kourtney Kardashian looks bad, to be honest. I'm not a hater, since y'all think I hate the KarJenners, which I think is a little serious for a talk show. But to me, thank you, Leo, for putting that back up. To me, I just don't think that it's anything groundbreaking. The pattern is cute. The colors are definitely giving us end of summer going into fall, I guess. She kind of looks like like a clay pot. You know, a very beautiful decorative clay pot. You know, you might want to have it in your house, stick some flowers in it, but it's not the main feature. It's not the first thing your eyes go to. But shout out to Kourtney Kardashian for remaining beautiful. That's part of her brand.
That is, and I think I agree with you. That it's feeling very fall vibes. It's a little 70s, the kind of like Missoni fabric and that. She looks great, but I don't think the crop top that everyone's talking about is such a stunner. I think she's looked much more amazing in other looks that she's rocked before.
That's what it is, Alex. She's looked a lot better.
Right. Let's move on to the belated birthday girl, Kylie Jenner. She recently talked about working with the family on a new Quibi show about face. Kylie said that the sisters are all able to support each other's brands without any issues because each brand is unique in its own way. She revealed the mindset of the entire family is to support each other with no issues. She also said, quote, "We all keep each other grounded and humble and remind each other of how blessed we are." Do you agree, Courtney, that they stay grounded and humble and help each other with that?
I'll say this. I think that the KarJenner family has their own version of what being humble and grounded is. And I think that whatever that is, they do it very well. I just think, Alex, that once you reach a certain level of celebrity, whether you want to or not, I think that you can be the most pure of heart celebrity. I think that mentally something changes. And I think that you just look at the world maybe just a little bit differently because you're in a different position. So I think that I can agree with that. Their version of what being grounded and sort of humble, they do very well. Can we get that picture back up of the family that we had up? Leo, real quick, just like 5 seconds. Because I didn't see who, it didn't look, I couldn't recognize some of them women in that photograph, truthfully, not even trying to be funny. Was that all of the women in there, Alex? The whole family? Who's that on the end? The real pale one. Is that Kenny? Oh my God. Leo, put that on Kenny.
Yeah. Kendall, Kim, Courtney. This is an older, of course, this is when they were launching their Kardashian collection at Sears, an older photo of the family. But I will say that I do think that they do a great job supporting each other. I mean, we see on the show when they have issues, you know, they're sisters at the end of the day. They're going to have natural sister fights. But I do think that there's a lot of hate towards the Kardashians in general. The world loves to hate them. And so they really do have each other. So if they don't have each other supporting each other's brands and you know, entrepreneurial things, then who will? So they have to humble each other and balance each other and support each other because no one else is going to do it for them. And I think that's what's so attractive about their family is that that's what we love. Fans of the Kardashians love their family relationships. You know what I mean? That's, we watch them to see. Yeah. So,
Alex, I'm going to ask you, would you raise a family as big and as successful as the KarJenners if you had the choice? Or would you have a whatever family you envision, but without the fame so that you can remain grounded? Like you still have your bag, you still have your career, but maybe you're not a Kim. Maybe you're like a Kelly Ripa. Would you exchange to be a Kim?
No, I would be a Kelly Ripa. Because then I have a little privacy. I'm not all over every magazine. Not, again, no shades to the Kardashians. I think they have a great life. Just personally, I think I would want more of the Kelly Ripa, Ryan Seacrest life where you're going to get caught by the paparazzi, but like not every time you walk outside. But I do think, you know, people are more powerful in groups, and I think what they have and their kind of successful family as a platform works for them. And I think it's great that they're able to kind of do that together because we are more powerful in a group, right?
Yeah, I agree. Herd mentality, girl. We gonna get them.
All right. Well, where did the time go? Because we got to get to our OMT story of the day. Of course, make sure you hit the thumbs up if you've had fun watching the show today. It's time for our OMT because this new Selena collaboration is fire and officially confirmed. So after weeks of rumors and speculations, it's official, Tea Tribe. Selena Gomez is teaming up with BlackPink for a brand new collaboration. Selena posted on Instagram this confirmation with the caption, so excited to announce at BlackPink official, and I have a new song coming August 28th. Now, if you heard me earlier in the show, we're going to talk about that specific date because we have some speculations. The song is untitled, but you can pre-save it, and the link is in the description of this video below. So make sure if you like to pre-save it, you check that out. Now, let's get to the August 28th because as we mentioned earlier in the show, that is the date of the virtual premiere. So Is it going to be on the soundtrack of the movie? Will Selena and BlackPink do a surprise performance on the virtual premiere? What do you think, Courtney? I think all of this could happen.
I'm not sure, Alex, but first of all, I just want to say to the Tea Tribe, if you're very excited for CelPink in your area, please litter, spam the chat. Moderators allow them to spam. Spam the chat with crowns, pink hearts, anything to show us that you are as excited for CelPink as I am, because I'm so excited, Alex. This is a huge deal. This is an event. I'm not sure if they'll perform it at the premiere, but I hope the top of my priority list with this is I hope that there's a visual. We already know it's going to go #1 worldwide. BlackPink, the blinks, if you will, blink, blink. The blinks are intense. They are aggressive and they care about the girls. They said, you know what, YG, y'all have issues with the girls, but we're still going to choose to support them because we love BlackPink and we love Selena Gomez. Alex, this is the event of the week. I just don't think that there will be anything as big to happen that day. Look at Marcus. Marcus is saying #CelPink in your area. This is a huge deal. I'm so excited. Truthfully, the Selenator jumped out, girl.
Self in the chat is saying this is Selenator's year. Honestly, it truly is. I mean, she is. 2020 may not be any of our years, but it may be Selena's year because she, is launching Rare. She has her new movie. She has collaborations coming every single day. I mean, this is her year, and we love to see it. Of course, if you're a fan of Selena, this is great. I hear people in the chat saying, isn't Demi also dropping that day? The collaboration with JoJo. That could be true. I think that is true. But
everything comes out on the 28th. Even Dua Lipa's Club Nostalgia, Future Nostalgia comes out on the 28th. So I'm going to be a very busy man, Alex. I got videos to film. Yeah. Thank you, Wesley, because I didn't even know that all came out on the same day. I got to get to work.
That could maybe be Labor Day weekend. Is that Labor Day weekend?
Girl, well, perfect, because I ain't got no plans and we can't leave the house. So my ear canals will be wide open, taking in all of this good music. That Dua Lipa album, Alex, that's coming out. Do you understand? Our wigs are about to burst into flames. Step 1, step 2. Dua Lipa on the first step, CelPink on the next. I might not even make it to that Monday on the show. I might be passed out. I might be in a coma, truthfully, Alex, because this might be too much. 77 MCLV is saying we need to be uplifted. Well, Selena Gomez and BlackPink and my fave Lisa are coming to save us all. Ooh, this is a big deal, Alex.
And it is not Labor Day weekend. I just confirmed. Labor Day is September 7th. Not that matters, but I just know that it comes late August, early September, and there's so many things dropping that weekend that I thought it was a celebratory weekend. It still is. It's just not Labor Day weekend. Magdalene
saying Perry, Dua all the same day.
Wow. Oh, this is gonna be a huge music day. Keep up. Can't even keep up. Well, while we're on the topic of what's that?
Do you think that the song will be upbeat, Alex? Because now I'm sitting here. I don't want to be hype and it's a ballad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, the song is about a music the movie is about a music festival. So if all these speculations that we're making, if they match, you're gonna have an upbeat song at a music festival, I hope. Maybe that's the end of the Wait, Courtney, the end of the movie is Selena performing on stage at the music festival with BlackPink. There we go.
And it's believable because BlackPink just performed at Coachella last. So that makes sense. This all making sense. See how we put the pieces together of the puzzle, girl? We done took the peanut butter and the jelly, slapped it together, girl. Now we got the full sandwich, girl.
We got the full sandwich. Thank God, because we figured it out. And if we're wrong, which we very well might be, that's okay too. But we love to make our own speculations up. But anyway, that unfortunately is all the tea we have to spill today. And that was some exciting tea, of course, for our Selenators. But, we are back tomorrow and it's going to be thick because it's Thursday after all. Of course, we're live tomorrow again at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. Stick around on the Hollyscoop channel after the morning tea because we have some more celebrity news bites, which are great. You have to check them out. I'm Alex Schiffman. You can follow me on all social media at Alex Schiffman. Courtney, if they're new here, where can they follow the revolution?
For more pop culture mess and, of course, to follow me on social media, you can take my name, Courtney Revolution, and type it up top. I've got my own YouTube channel.
Yes, and make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Give us a thumbs up. Share with your friends. We love new Tea Tribe members and our after watchers, of course. And on that note, Courtney, I think it's time to take us out.
Alrighty, we will see you tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for Thick Thursday. And now it's time to wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. Scrub your hands.